So my favorite story about Dustin is that at NACMA a few years ago, Dustin had had a couple of drinks, maybe a few, past a couple, and in the middle of the night, Dustin, we were all staying in the same room, he and Robert and I had a bed, and Robert had a bed, and Dustin had a cot. And Dustin gets up in the middle of the night, goes to the bathroom, and comes back and starts to crawl into bed with Robert. And Robert was saying, Dustin, what are you doing? And Dustin said, no, it's okay, it's all good. And he just crawled into bed with Robert, and Robert had to get out of bed and go to sleep in Dustin's cot. And Dustin woke up the next morning and had no idea how he got into Robert's bed.
My favorite story about Dustin was when we were at NACMA, I believe, and we were in Orlando, the city in Florida. And we were out, I think it was downtown Disney at the time, and Dustin was in charge of photography at that time, like he is today. And we had this G10 camera, basically an actual camera that was not connected to your phone. Back when cameras were cameras and phones were phones. It's a better time. And so Dustin was taking photos the whole time we were out there, and then we're walking around, and at some point we're like, where's the camera? And nobody could find it. And of course Dustin is in charge. He's like, I don't know where it is. We must have left it at House of Blues or something. And Zach was getting all mad because we had this really expensive camera, which was probably like at least $300 at the time. And so we had to run back to House of Blues and go try to track it down. And we run around for like 30 minutes, I bet, looking for that thing. And then at some point Dustin looks down at his pocket. He's like, oh, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, it was in his pocket the whole time. So classic Dustin.